The tall, horned woman stared down at Quan like he was a mere bug. A sneer pulled at the edge of her lips, revealing pointed teeth. "You want me to what?" Her words seemed to vibrate his very bones. His heart raced as his legs tensed to run, but the reminder of his dinner plans forced him to stay. "I want you to pretend to be my girlfriend." Quan clenched his fists and continued. Just get me through this dinner with my parents. I can't stand the nagging anymore." The demoness snorted. "Why not just ask me to kill them? I'm pretty good at that." She flexed her fingers and sharp claws emerged from the tips. "I don't hate them. My mother's just being really annoying about the whole dating thing. It's only gotten worse after my sister got married. You guys are like demon mercenaries, right?" The demoness raised an eyebrow. "That's one way to put it. Then can't I hire you for anything?" She sighed. "I suppose I have a few days off from my duties, but my time will cost you." Quan swallowed. "Like, my soul?" "Only a little bit of it. This isn't exactly a large ask." Quan hesitated for a moment longer before saying, "Fine." "Wonderful. Name's Zaylee. I'll be your date for a few hours." She squeezed his hand with a force that felt like she'd crush his bones, and less than a week later, they were outside his old childhood home. Zaylee had dressed up in a dark red gown that complemented her dark skin. Her more demonic features were gone, but there was still a wild feeling about her. "Hey, Mom, hey, Dad, happy holidays." Zaylee gave a small bow. "Pleasure to meet you. I'm Zaylee. Your sons told me all about you both." His mother slapped his father on the arm. "Oh, look, husband, our son finally found a girl, La, and such a pretty one, too." Quan was surprised. For how gruff Zaylee had been, she was doing her part. "Maybe this dinner won't be so bad after all." But his father snorted. "You're too pretty for a worthless guy like him. How much did he pay you?" Never mind. Zaylee smiled, but a dark aura seemed to leak out of her. "Please don't insult Quan. He's a lovely guy." His father rolled his eyes and turned away with an, "I'm sure he is." After that rocky start, his mother served dinner. Zaylee must have studied human culture because her answers were right on the mark. He almost started believing that they had been dating for several months. And as dinner wound to a close, Quan felt his shoulders relax. "It's over," but just as he was about to breathe a sigh of relief, his mother looked to Zaylee. "You never did mention what you do. Big girl like you, are you a basketball player or something?" Zaylee's eye twitched. "I protect my people from those bastards always trying to wipe us out." A glint appeared in Quan's mother's eye, and he knew things were about to go wrong. She confirmed his suspicions with her next words. "Oh, a delinquent girl, huh? I knew a girl like you growing up, always going on about independence and getting into fights. Now she has 3 kids and joins us on Wednesdays for sewing. It's just a phase." The room warmed as Zaylee let out a low growl. "I can get any job I want. I'm one of the general's top officers. Enemies tremble when they see our banner." But Quan's mother only shook her head. "I know that excuse far too well, La. Ginny said the same thing. Motorcycle gangs are fun and all, but what happens when you get older? Suddenly you can't keep a job. Anywhere you go, they say, 'Oh, you're a gangster. Go away.' The world is cruel, La. No worry, no worry. My cousin runs a bakery. They need pretty girls like you at the front." Quan winced. According to the book, Zaylee was from one of the most combat-focused clans in the demon world. To imply that she was just a pretty face was possibly the biggest insult to her race. Her shoulders trembled in anger. Then, Zaylee slammed down her napkin with tears in her eyes. "Screw you, you crazy woman! I can hold down a job just fine." The door slammed shut, causing the house to shake from the force. Quan blinked for a moment. His mother had just driven a battle-hardened warrior to tears. It was somewhat impressive. His mother turned to him with a disappointed sigh. "I told you, La. This is why you can't keep a girlfriend. You're not a doctor. If you were a doctor, it wouldn't matter if she doesn't work. Quan resisted the urge to cover his face and scream.